ちもちもちもしい気持ち嬉しいってマジちちちちもちもちもちもしいってマジ楽しい気持ち雨降る
Good day everyone, this is Rubelyn Eguia from Bethel-Ed I82A. So for today's video, we will discuss about different parts and functions as well as different types of differentials. Car differential. All vehicles have either a front differential or a rear differential. If the vehicle has four-wheel drive, then it could have both front and rear differential. A differential has 7 parts and functions. First, we have pinion drive gear. This part transfers the power to the ring gear from the drive shaft. Second is differential case assembly. This part holds the ring gear along with other components which drive the rear drive axle. Third is ring gear. This section transfers the power to the previous part, that is differential case assembly. Fourth is rear drive axles. These are the steel shafts which transfer the torque from the differential case assembly to the drive wheels. Fifth is axle housing. These are the metal body that encloses the rear axles and also supports the rear axle assembly. Sixth is rear axle bearings. These are the ball bearings which fit between the axle housing and the axles. Last is side gears. These gears help both the wheels to turn independently while turning. Types of differentials. Open differential. A differential in its most basic form comprises two halves of an axle with a gear on each end, connected together by a third gear, making up three sides of a square. This gearing arrangement makes up the open type differential and is the most common type of automotive differential from which more complicated systems are derived. Limited slip differential work to combine the benefits of open and lock differentials through a more complicated system. There are two categories which use different forms of resistance to achieve the same effect. First, mechanical LSD. This type of LSD surrounds the same core gearing seen in the open diff with a pair of pressuring rings which exert force on two sets of clutch plates positioned along the gears. Second is viscous LSD. The second type of limited slip differential. They instead use a thick liquid in place of clutches to create the resistance needed. Locking differential. The lock or locking differential is a variant found on some vehicles, primarily those that go off the road. It is essentially an open differential with the ability to be locked in place to create a fixed axle instead of independent one. This can happen manually or electronically depending on technology and the vehicle. Welded or spool differential. Welded differential are essentially the same as a lock differential, only it has been permanently welded from an open differential into a fixed axle, or also known as spoon diff. Torsion differential. Differential employs the use of some clever gearing to produce same effect as a limited slip differential without the need of clutches or fluid resistance. Active differential. Very similar to a limited slip differential, the active differential still employs mechanism to provide the resistance needed to transfer torque from one side to another, but rather than relying on purely mechanical force, these clutches can be electronically activated. Last is torque vectoring differential. Take this electronically enhanced system even further by using it to manipulate the angle or vector of the vehicle in and out of the turns by encouraging specific wheels to receive more torque at the key moments, improving cornering performance.